Thank you. Hang on. Okay. Right, first of all, I'm much louder than everybody else. Secondly, let's give a big hand for these guys. California, come on, big hand, come on. I mean, what a fantastic conference. I come to a lot of conferences and I have to say, this is actually by far for me the best. Because, I mean, yesterday, such amazing panels, brilliant speeches, great. England get into the final, come on! And then an amazing music last night at Reflector. Fantastic. Okay, look at me, aren't I gorgeous? Woohoo! There's, I don't know what that is. Yeah, it's QR code. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you. I need that. Okay, so they've asked me to come up here and talk about my life and as an entrepreneur. I don't like the word entrepreneur. I think that's shit. I prefer polymath because I'm a kind of person who does a lot of different things. If you want to know what I've done, it's like pretty much all there. I've been in the music industry for over 30 plus years, music producer, songwriter, artist, DJ. I'm also a whiskey maker. I have my own whiskey brand called 808 Whiskey, and I founded Token Tracks, and we are a Web3 infrastructure company for the creative industries. We work with all different types. Not just music, but film, TV, all kinds of people. I work from everybody from Kanye West to Kylie, Miley Cyrus, Tom Jones. I produced the worldwide hit song, I'm Too Sexy, which I no longer like. And I sold over 60 million units, had 7 billion streams. Right, I'm going to give you some pointers here. You may want to write this down, so get your notepads ready, kids. First thing is, when you start lying to yourself, you stop loving yourself. Ooh, that's dark, isn't it? When you start lying to yourself, you stop loving yourself. What I realized was, if I don't make music that really touches my soul, really does something for me, how the hell am I supposed to expect anyone else to? So if I'm making music for the money, forget it. And I think this really reflects on you. So we've seen a lot of these amazing tech entrepreneurs in here who've said that they're doing this because they really care about the industry, or they really care about something, or they've really got a real strong vision for it. That's the first thing. If you start lying to yourself, you stop loving yourself, okay? Because you won't like yourself. Second thing, know your purpose. Okay, there was a really depressing thing that I saw about a couple of months ago. That was a survey of 1,500 people in the UK, and they were asked, what is the meaning of your life? 80% of them said they had no meaning. Okay, that's terrible. What is the meaning of your life? I've been studying this for a while. Some of you may know this, Ikigai. It's really great. It really helps you understand what your purpose is on this planet. Not to make money. You want to make money, go and be a dustman, because trust me, there's always refuse, there's always rubbish, okay? What is your purpose? The Ikigai is a bit in the middle. This is great. Take a picture of that. It's really good. Do more research on Ikigai. It helps you work out what your purpose is. And through that, I came up with this concept that I call harmony through mixology. Harmony mixology is basically what I've always done. I've mixed up shit that shouldn't be mixed. So, for example, I love Bach. I also like Jimi Hendrix, I also like Detroit techno, and I also like Run DMC. So instead of just trying to be any one of those things, I try and mix all 4 things. That's 4 things that shouldn't be mixed, that you can't see how it is. That's what I call harmony through mixology. Find your purpose. My purpose is to mix shit up. Okay, if you want to be a genius, surround yourself with geniuses. That's what I learned as a music producer. Find people who are really good at their thing. I've got amazing drummers, amazing bass players, fantastic engineers. I just handpick them, put them in place, sit back and watch the magic happen. It's amazing. If you need an orchestra, get an orchestra. Which means if you want to go big, go big. So I sat down with Jay-Z and his manager. Jay said to me, we want to do a 10-year anniversary of the first album, Reasonable Doubt. Fantastic album. We want to do something big. We're going to do it at Music City Hall, Radio City Music Hall in New York. And I want a string quartet, he said. And I said, a string quartet? That's 4 string players on the stage. I said, you're fucking Jay-Z, mate. What you need is an orchestra. So we did a whole orchestra for him. There's Jay. There's my wife, Rosie, who's conducting it. And we put an whole orchestra together for Jay-Z. We orchestrated all his first album, plus a load of his other stuff. And everyone went crazy. And he drove on in a car. It was amazing. Go big. Get an orchestra. Also, though, Don't be scared to junk the entire orchestra. I have spent hundreds of thousands, if not millions of pounds on music performances, orchestras, and junk them because you know what? It wasn't right. It wasn't the essence of what I was getting. It wasn't what I was trying to hear. It wasn't what the artist wanted, whatever. So experiment, spend money, but don't be scared to junk the entire orchestra. How much do you think we use our brains? How much do you think? 10%? 20%? Right? Fuck that. We use all our brains. What we have, though, is an infinite capacity to learn. So, fill it. And I love this Albert Einstein, the original dev, I might add. Logic will get you from A to Z, but imagination will get you everywhere. I love that. Fill your brain. Do loads of stuff. Experience life. It is incredible because happiness doesn't come from success. Success comes from happiness. How do you make yourself happy? You fill yourself with positive experiences. What are positive experiences? Transformational things, overcoming adversity, sharing your knowledge, gifts, inspiring others to inspire us. That's what I'm doing here. I love it. I love being in conferences or being amongst people and talking about all that I've learned and sharing that. Skills, mastering a new talent. Not just to plug in or whatever, but, learn a new language, do some crazy shit. Culture, learning from different people, that's from traveling. And of course, don't forget the last one, nature. Drop the phone, go and touch some grass. These things will make you and continue to keep you inspired and happy. And from that, you'll get a successful life. People say to me, what's your biggest success, Tommy? I say, my biggest success, I'm still here. Nothing is permanent. Everything is an upgrade. I like this one. So back in 2020, armed with COVID, I, much like Rick, who was here a minute ago, being in the music industry, staring down a barrel of a gun, wondering how we were all going to make some money out of the music industry anymore, I realized that I could marry my two loves of music and Web3 technology, like crypto and blockchain and everything. I could marry them together, and I created Token Tracks. And what Token Tracks is, we empower creators in music, film, sports, and charity through the Web3 technology, fostering deeper community engagement, value creation, and blockchain integration by embodying the vision of an open internet through the Tracks Marketplace and Tracks Studio. Don't be scared of Web3 and technology. It is all just a suite of technologies. Last couple of years, it was all NFTs. Now it's AI. It'll be something else next year. Think of them as a toolbox of technologies that is going to be an upgrade to the internet. There's a much better way of approaching it, better way of thinking about it. How can your business start using these emerging technologies to pump up the experience? Because they're not going anywhere. They haven't been uninvented or anything like that. They are here to stay. Better to explore what the opportunities are and look to be one step ahead of your competitors. Art is life. That's what I've learned. Art is life. It really is. It mirrors everything we do. But you know what it also does? It gives us an opportunity as a society to experiment. We can try things out through art. We can suggest stuff, which then becomes the norm. And that's really, really, really cool. So we must protect art. Art is not about making money. It is about us. It's about us as a society. What kind of society are we? Who do we want to be? Where do we want to go? What do we want to leave for our kids? So we must protect art and not just use it as some means to make money. I love this. This is, again, the original dev. Look at this. This man changed the world. I'm going to tell you a little story, actually. So, there's a guy in Memphis, Tennessee, back in the 50s, who blew his brains out in a hotel room. Horrendous, right? And the guy who was covered the story, he left a note. And that note said, "I walk a lonely street." And he printed it in the press. And this guy read it in the newspaper. It's called, "I walk a lonely street." Oh, I can walk a lonely street. What a great line. He raced over to see another person that he wrote songs with. He said, "I got this amazing idea for a song." And it comes from this line, "I walk a lonely street." That song was Heartbreak Hotel. The artist that recorded it was Elvis Presley. That song changed music as we know it. And that came from this guy blowing his brains out. You never know where your next thing is going to come from. And that's the amazing thing about everything that we do, I think. And the last but not least, it's a great quote from Percy Shelley. Art is the unacknowledged legislators of the world. And I would say poetry, so I'd say all art is. Again, we have an opportunity through art to experiment with stuff. And then what we experiment with becomes the norm. There you go. You can take a picture of all those. That's what I've learned over my 30 plus years in the music industry. As I said, this is me. I'll go back to that one. You can scan that shit. I want to say thank you very much to California. I've had an amazing time, and thank you very much for listening to me warble on. Take care.